Okay, we are now in the Tsukifi fish market. It's really busy. Like, see, you got to be careful you don't get run over by one of those. We're really gutted because we missed the tuna auction. Well, technically we arrived 5 minutes before it started, but they won't let us in. We still got the earliest train though. But yeah, check all this out. This is cool. Is that tuna? I don't know. I think that's tuna. I'm not sure. Big blade. It's, you know, it smells incredibly strong of fish. But I think this is pretty cool. Check out those things. Whoa. What are they? Pretty cool. Yeah, no. Lots of fish. This looks like it's been laid out properly. Is that tuna as well? Wow. The smell is so strong. More fish. See, there's some in that tank there. Cool. Gonna go searching for a massive squid. This is the biggest fish market in the world. Pretty awesome. Cool. That's a massive fish. The floor is very wet and soaked in fish-related fluids.
I'm not sure if it's...
Wow, what are those things? I don't know what those are.
Is that eel?
Oh. I think that's an eel. Awesome.
Let's see.
I'll video again if I find some octopus. Here we have a live turtle. There he is, he's moving. Then there's some more turtles in this box. Whoa.
Fierce.
I think turtles are rather vicious. Oh. It makes me sad someone's gonna eat him. Yeah, there's another forklift coming through.
I think they're the gills, like from the side.
I think these are the gills and the heads of some massive fish. I don't know what. Konnichiwa. Check out the blades these guys have to cut them up. They're huge. They're like swords.
Whoa.
You wouldn't want to come here if you were vegetarian. These things are alive. They look... I don't know what they are though.
Yeah, no idea. I feel like gross.
They cost 2,500 yen though.
Oh, true. How big are they? I can't figure it out.
I assume
they're not
that's...
that big, are they?
I don't know if that... Maybe that's per kilogram or something. Some more in here. We've been kicked out of the fish market now because, well, basically we weren't supposed to be in there before 9 AM, but we sort of infiltrated it and walked around for quite a while. You can see why they don't like tourists in there because there's forklift trucks whizzing by and it'd be quite easy to get killed. But yeah, so we got kicked out of there, and now we're in Asakusa again, where we were yesterday, because we're getting a train from here to Nikko, and Nikko is outside of Tokyo. This will be the first time we've ventured out, I can't remember what's there, but it's supposed to be more traditional Japanese instead of these big skyscraper buildings, which would be good to see. I'd like to experience some traditional Japan. I don't know what that big gold thing is on top of that building. Who knows? At the moment we're waiting for our train, which leaves in 25 minutes. Station's just behind us. In the meantime, I'm just sitting on the banks of this river, which I've forgotten the name of, and it's very peaceful and quiet. It's currently 7:45 in the morning. We've been up since 4 in order to catch the fish market. We missed the tuna auction. That's a real blow, but we're gonna go back there in the next few days, maybe. Get up early again. Yeah, nearly there. We will shortly be arriving in Nikko, which is where we're going to explore some traditional Japan outside of Tokyo. This is the view from our window on the train. We're now in Nikko. We've just walked through the town centre, which is like that street. Has some beautiful buildings such as that one. I'll film a bit on the way back. But this is one of the most beautiful things in Nikko. It's called the Sacred Bridge, or I've forgotten the Japanese for it. But there it is, over this river. Pretty amazing. Haven't quite figured out if we can cross that yet. I think the gates might be closed. Gonna check that out later. In the meantime, we're going up to the Rinjo Temple, where we can buy an admissions ticket for quite a few of the shrines. School class here. Can't really see it from here on the camera, but the water is like amazing. It's so clear and it's really blue. Blue and green.
Hello.
Great. Hello. Konnichiwa. There's a lot of school trips out today, it looks like. There you can see where we are, Nikko National Park. We're about to climb up those steps to go and find the temples. In the meantime, you can see that Nikko is surrounded by like just these mountains covered in trees. It's pretty amazing actually. So I'll film a bit more of that later. Now we're gonna go find the temples. We've walked up from the Sacred Bridge through Nikko National Park, and I'm currently surrounded by these trees that are like absolutely fantastic, really. They reach up hundreds of feet, and they must have been growing for, I don't know, hundreds of years. But this forest is really quite spectacular. We've just been inside this temple behind us. You can't really see it, it's behind those trees. and in there was I think a Shinto monk chanting and performing some kind of ceremony with fire, throwing things into the fire and chanting a bit. I couldn't make any sense of it, but it's quite fascinating to watch. One thing about Nikko is it's very touristy. I mean, at first glance it has the appearance that it's like an ancient sort of national park hidden away but in this forest, but then, you know, there's a lot of tourists and they've kind of like made ticket booths everywhere, which, I don't know, is a bit of a shame, but at the same time this place is fantastic. It's brilliant to walk through. This gate ahead of me is quite remarkable. It's humongous. And so are the trees. I just can't get over these trees. It's huge. Stretch up into the sky. Disappearing. Okay. Nikko, bit of background history. Nikko was the site in which a warlord, whose name I've forgotten, settled in the 16th century, and he basically ruled Japan from Nikko for many years. His tomb is actually around here somewhere that I might go in later. And as well as that, to my left there is a 5-story pagoda, which I read in the Lonely Planet guide apparently has no foundations, but inside there's a single suspended pillar, and so it's not like rigidly fixed, it's kind of suspended, and that's supposed to maintain structural integrity in light of an earthquake. I've no idea how that works. I don't think you're allowed in to see it, so I'll have to take the word for it on that. But that's pretty amazing. Ahead of me there's another gate leading up to another temple, which I'm going to check out. Oh, maybe we can go in the pagoda. At least we can go round it. We're going to go check that out now. I've climbed up from the courtyard where I filmed previously, through that gate over there, that one, and now I'm in another courtyard, which is pretty remarkable. It's surrounded by these magnificent buildings on all sides. You can see again it's extremely touristy. This place is absolutely packed, and it's only a weekday, so can't imagine what it's like on a weekend. Again, the trees surrounding this place are pretty magnificent. As well as the buildings surrounding the perimeter is these pillar type things. They're quite amazing. Moss growing on the sides. I think these date back to the 16th century. What hasn't been, you know, rebuilt since then is started in the 16th century. Some more buildings up there that look amazing, so I'm gonna go check those out.